Hello, my name is Sergio Hernandez, and I will be doing the video portion of my Biology 230 Anatomy Physio class. Today is July the 15th, Sunday, and I will be talking about the tissues. This is the card that I'm using, and it has the tissues on there so I can go ahead and stay on track. First, I will be talking about epithelial and epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue covers basically all the body surfaces and the linings of the body's cavities, as well as all hollow organs. Its main function is going to be protection, absorption, and secretion. They also help in containing fluid within the body. The epithelial tissue is going to be made up of tightly packed cells, which consist of your squamous, your cuboidal, and your columnar cells. They can be stratified, multi-layered, or simple layered, or even ciliated, depending on where they're located in the body. Next, we'll talk about connective tissue. Connective tissue is going to be made up of three parts. You're going to have the cells, the fibers, and your ground substance. Its main function is going to be structure. This gives the body the mechanical structure it needs to be able to stand erect and also walk, obviously with the help of muscles. And it does this by forming your bones, your tendons, your ligaments to help it do that. Connective tissue is going to be made up of your fibers, collagen, fibroblasts, and cells. And there's two types. You're going to have your loose and your dense. Loose tissue basically supports by filling in all that empty space between muscles and organs. An example of this would be adipose tissue. Dense has a lot more collagen within it, and this gives it a much more rigid matrix, which in turn gives it strength. Bone is another example is going to be the strongest of all. Also, blood and lymph are considered fluid connective tissues. Next, I will talk about muscle. Muscle is made up of three different types. You're going to have basically your skeletal, your smooth, and your cardiac. Your skeletal muscle is basically consists of long cells. Something unique about these cells is the nucleus is on the outside of the cell, which basically these cells come together, they create fibers, and these fibers come together to create bundles. The fibers within the bundles is what gives it that striated appearance. Also, they have blood vessels and motor neurons within those bundles. Smooth muscle basically has no striations. It has a single nucleus per cell, and it has involuntary movement. An example of this would be the way body moves food through the digestive tract. It's going to be found in the walls of internal organs, blood vessels, intestine, uterus, and your stomach. Cardiac muscle, they are also striated like your skeletal muscle. They have one nucleus per cell. They're joined end to end, again like skeletal muscle, and they're found only in the myocardium. They also have involuntary contractions. This is done by an electrical stimuli that's found within the heart, and this is what gives the muscle or gives a heartbeat. Next, we're going to talk about nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is basically made up of neurons. Neurons are basically able to propagate an electrical signal, which basically allows the brain to communicate anywhere within the body. Another thing unique to nervous tissue is that they have glial cells. Glial cells, their main function is going to be to support and maintain neurons. What else? Oh, they're going to be located basically in your brain, your spinal cord, and your nerves. The nerves create a network within the body, and this is how the brain can communicate and maintain function throughout the body. This basically concludes my presentation, and thank you very much. Have a nice day.